This is part 3 of your STARS assessment Google form questions and answers being read aloud. So enter your first name, your last name, what period you have Earth Science. Section 2, or Section 1. You're going to be using this reference table that you saw on our HR diagram worksheet to answer the following questions 1 through 5. Number 1. Which of the following characteristics is the reason Cebulus has a bright apparent magnitude? A. Distance from Earth, B. Temperature, or C. Size. Number 2. Which of the following characteristics is the most likely cause of Belatin having a high luminosity? A. Distance from Earth, B. Temperature, or C. Size. Number 3. Which star has a higher luminosity, Ribes or Gomer? A. Ribes, B. Gomer. 4. Which star has a higher luminosity? Gomer or Cebulus? A. Gomer or B. Cebulus. Number 5. Which star would have the brightest apparent magnitude? A. Cebulus, B. the Sun, C. Ribes, D. Gomer, or A. Betelgeuse. Section 2. Here is a picture of your HR diagram. You're going to be using this to answer the questions below. Number 6. In what position on the HR diagram will the Sun occupy during its next phase in its life? A. Upper left, B. Lower left, C. Upper right, or D. Lower right. Number 7. White dwarfs have an average surface temperature of 14,000 degrees Kelvin. What is the most likely reason for them to have a low luminosity? A. White dwarfs are very small. B. White dwarfs are located very far from Earth. C. 14,000 degree Kelvin is a low temperature for a star. Or D. White dwarfs actually have a high luminosity. Number 8. Betelgeuse is 10 to 20 times as massive as the Sun. What will likely happen or has happened to Betelgeuse that will not happen to our Sun? A. Betelgeuse will create many elements during its life. B. Betelgeuse fuse iron in its core and will supernova toward the end of its life. C. Betelgeuse has increased in size and turned red toward the end of its life. Or D. Betelgeuse originally formed from a nebula in space. Number 9. Which of the following is not a factor when a star is forming? A. High atmospheric pressure, B. The presence of a nebula, C. Rotation, or D. Gravity. Number 10. A star is thought to be born when A. A protostar reaches a temperature high enough for nuclear fusion to begin, B. Pressure within a protostar becomes so great a supernova occurs, C. Increasing heat within a supergiant causes gravity to be greater than pressure, or D. A contestant wins America's Got Talent.